This is the Punk Capitalist channel, where grown-up punks say F the world but are matured enough to know that we want to be wealthy so we can scream it even louder. We work corporate if we have to, but invest to accumulate so we can leave a turd in our boss's gym bag for a laugh. There are no original ideas on this channel, just words of wisdom from iconoclastic investors that will hopefully guide us to financial freedom. I know the word investing and savings counteracts the effects of the 100 milligrams of Viagra I just took, but bear with me in my AI voice. The true punk will ultimately find investing a thrill, as superior investing is, in itself, an arrogant and defiant act that gives the finger to market and says, "You are wrong, I am buying this sucker while all of you are selling." Of course, we are also not foolish. We have to be certain before we give the finger. We can only be certain with sound, fundamental analysis. So please do some homework and learn accounting. Accounting is the language of business, and you won't get very far in the investment world without it. With that, let's look at why a punk's contrarian nature is absolutely suited for investing. Most investors are trend followers. Punk capitalists are the exact opposite. We think more complex and insightful second-level thoughts. We do not buy on momentum but on insight. Insight comes from the difference between price and value. Sometimes stocks are laced with greed and the price keeps going up as investors keep buying in. These are the stocks we want to avoid, like a venereal disease. A good way to diagnose that a stock has a venereal disease is to watch the news. When the news coverage on the stock is always positive, even when it is actually ordinary corporate news or even bad news to the more level-headed punk, then the general rule is to avoid it. An old fart once said that the less prudence with which others conduct their affairs, the greater prudence with which we should conduct our own affairs. He's asking us to be punk capitalist. Exploiting inefficiencies, mispricings, misperceptions, and mistakes other people make and capitalizing on them is the only road to superior outperformance. That's what the old fart did to amass billions of dollars. His business partner had said on several occasions that if people weren't so often wrong, they wouldn't be billionaires. Market participants often get it wrong when there are a series of bad but not fatal developments in a company. Once the narrative catches on, the market gets scared and starts selling to ridiculously low levels. This happened to Meta when rival TikTok came onto the scene. The market was also wary of Meta's huge investment in the metaverse. Its share price fell from 380 to 90 in the span of a year, wiping more than $700 billion off Meta's market value. Looks like people were making mistakes all over the place. Whatever Meta's true value is, the difference is certainly not $700 billion. Dumb investors will overvalue companies when they are doing well and undervalue them when things get difficult. The punk capitalist will look at each company objectively and logically come to a conservative conclusion on the company's true value. The punk will not follow the crowd. The punk will look objectively and maybe in some rare instance will have quality insight that the price of the company and its market value does not make sense. Here the punk capitalist will bet aggressively if he has high certainty that there is a mispricing. But the punk will not make a bet that will prove financially fatal despite his confidence, because unfavorable things do happen. And of course the punk could be wrong in the analysis. Remember that buying a stock is an arrogant act. You are saying to the other guy, "You are wrong. The price is going up. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually when the market realizes its value." Some dead guy wrote somewhere that in the short run the market is a voting machine. In the long run the market is a weighing machine. Through experience this statement rings true. Of course, being a punk capitalist is not easy. It is easy for the old fart to say, "Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." In reality, it is difficult. The same things that makes the market greedy also makes the punk greedy, and the same things that make them fearful also makes you fearful. Punks, hard as we are, can also become emo punks. Emo punks wear the same clothes as their emo friends, like the same bands, fight over the same girl, and sometimes cry like a baby when they run out of nail polish. They are lemmings. I do not really know what a lemming is and have never seen one, but I think they are like the children that followed the Pied Piper into oblivion. We need detachment from the crowd and the correct framework to support this detachment that is both objective and logical. We need superior insight when the crowd is blinded by greed or shut their eyes in fear. We need to be punk capitalist. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and join the movement.